In our last video, we talked about how to crush local SEO. Well, this time we're going to start looking at the individual steps. This is how to set up your on-page SEO. Picking the correct URL for your website is a very important step. Not only should it be descriptive, but it should contain the main keyword if possible. It'll go a long way toward helping your search ranking. After your URL, the next important element is title tags. Your title tag tells users and search engines the subject of your page. It is important that title tags be no more than 55 to 60 characters long. Anything shorter or longer than that will hurt your local SEO. Also, be sure your target keyword for that page appears in the title tag. As a bonus, use words like how, why, what, where in your tags to help people understand what they will find on the page. You can also use words like best, ultimate, review to try to increase a user's interest in clicking on the link. Most of all, keep it simple. Don't spam your title with needless keywords. Give a concise description of the page with the target keyword. So your meta description is a basic description of your page that appears under your title tag in search results. A well-written meta description will entice the user to click on your page. So write it as if it's an ad for your site, because it is. Keep it, the ideal length. You don't want it to get more than 155 to 160 characters, but you don't want it to be too short either. Be sure the keyword's in the description, but remember, no keyword spamming. Up next, we have header tags. Now, your header tags fall into the hierarchy of H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, and H6. H1 is, of course, the main tag and should always be the first header tag to appear on your page. More importantly, you should always only have one H1 tag on your page. You can follow that up with a subheading as an H2. And then you can have H3s and 4s for the rest of the page, because Google doesn't really pay that much attention to 3s and 4s. Anything below a header 2 doesn't really get paid attention to. So you can do the H1, the H2, and then you can liberally sprinkle 3s and 4s through the rest of your page. That's the proper structure, but never use more than one header 1 tag. When it comes to keyword use and density, you've got to use a little common sense. There was a time when you could just stuff a lot of keywords into a paragraph and it would rank well on Google, even though reading the paragraph didn't make any sense. Those days are pretty much gone. Nowadays, you have to put the keyword in the text in such a way that it makes sense, as if you're having a conversation. It has to be well-written content, An ideal keyword density is 1 to 2%, which means basically your keyword should appear about every 100 to 200 words. So that's something to remember. No keyword spamming, but keep it relevant. Latent semantic indexing is probably a term you're not that familiar with, but what it basically means is latent semantic index keywords are words that are seen as related to your target keyword. For example, if your keyword was credit cards, then the terms interest rate, credit score, money could all be seen as semantic keywords. Using latent semantic keywords can help augment your main keyword, improving your SEO ranking in Google. This next one is an often overlooked area, but that means it's a great opportunity for you, and that is your image file names and alt tags. So it's really simple. Your alt tag should always be a description of your picture, and your title should always be what the image represents. Now, the exception to this rule is when it's the first image on a page. Google pays attention to that, so the image title and the alt tag should always be the exact keyword you're trying to rank for. Do that and it'll go a long ways toward helping with your SEO. While not as important as backlinks, outbound links can help your on-page SEO. Quite simply, outbound links are links that point to another domain outside of your website. They can help Google understand your niche and also help to build trust and quality in your site, which is vital in SEO. Topical relevance is the relevance that the content of your entire website has to your target keyword or topic. It can also be referred to as topical authority. It is the process a search engine uses to determine whether a particular website or web page is relevant to your target keyword. The stronger your website's topical relevance is, the faster it will rank keywords that are related to that topic. So before we go, I'd like to mention a few bonus tips. A good trick to help with topic relevance is to make 3 to 4 sub-pages supporting the page that you want ranked with the relevant content. This will help with latent semantic indexing as well as the topic relevancy. Just be sure to link back to the main page at least once in the sub-pages. Also, a good idea would be to sprinkle internal links in your pages. Internal links are viewed very favorably by Google, and internal links are just as simple as linking one page on your website to another page on your website. So that's a really easy way to pick up some extra steam from Google. When properly set up, your on-page SEO will magnify any other SEO strategy or tactic that you use. Once it's properly set up, it should provide a great foundation for your SEO strategy. So take the extra time, research it, set it up properly. You'll be glad you did, because the extra work you put in will pay off in the long run. Till next time, we'll catch you guys later.